There's no place like home. There's no place.
Home. Our house is a very, very, very fine house with 2 cats in the yard. Life used to be so hard. Now everything is easy 'cause of you.
Well, hi there, and welcome to Home Wizards, Hour 2. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And we love to help improve your home and improve your life, and we also love to kind of go out and about and find the neat things that you should consider, because why not, you know?
Why not take a chance? Why not get inspired? Why not get your groove on when it comes to new concepts for your home, especially in the garden, as we're speaking to today.
And when we say garden, I mean, it's more than just the plants. I mean, plants are certainly the centerpiece and beautiful. And if you're thinking, I don't have a green thumb, you know, you don't necessarily have to. There's so many things that we've discovered at the San Francisco Garden Show that are beyond gardening per se.
Yeah, and by the way, just so everyone knows, not only do I not have a green thumb, I actually don't have thumbs when it comes to gardening. So I'm really...
He's the thumbless gardener.
I'm thumbless gardener, and I'm really starting to kind of get inspired because I realize it's just not that difficult once you have a template or some ideas in mind that are provided by these really amazingly talented artisans that do this.
And I'm wondering, when you're thumbless and you're not all thumbs, how are you using your power drill? It just is a little...
It requires... It's a lot of fumbling, and then I've got to use my body and pull the trigger against my torso.
It's a little awkward.
It's difficult.
Anyway, so at this garden show, we found some solutions really just left and right. And visualize, this is a conference center in San Mateo, and you walk through and you're just... boom, it's like you're in Disneyland. You're welcomed by at least 20 different walk-through gardens that take you through different parts of the world, from tropicals to water gardens to, you know, an Asian garden to grasses and on, and trees. And then we get to this one area where it's all about small spaces. I mean, Eric, when you were living in an apartment, you would love this, right? I mean, you had very little space.
I lived down in Santa Monica in a high-rise, and I had a beautiful balcony and never took advantage of it just because I didn't understand what I could do. I was relying primarily on the view and then a place to put my bicycles.
All right. Well, this woman, who is a specialist in this as a landscape designer, has come up with some really creative options. So take a listen to her idea. It's all about thinking vertically. Small spaces. We always are faced with those small spaces, whether you have a big garden and there's this little nook and cranny, or all you have is a balcony, you're in an apartment. And with us is Alita Blair, who specializes in beautiful landscapes when you have very little. So Alita, this is masterful. Describe, you're using vertical, right?
We are. We're using a vertical custom-made garden that's inset in a wall. The wall is basically very simple, as if you might find on a balcony, and it's been colored to coordinate with the paving and the seating. And because it's more or less very simple, I put a lot of effort into creating texture and detail in the vertical plants.
So let's paint a picture. We have a kind of a golden mustard, right? A golden mustard wall. And then describe the colors of the plant so people can see it.
There is the complementary color of that beautiful kind of aubergine or bright kind of purple. And there is a chartreuse, variegation, bright greens. We've used bromeliads, vericas, some succulents, a lot of different kinds of textures. So different tones of green, and some are sparked with the highlights of, I would call, I guess, purple. You know.
And what I love about this, I used to live in an apartment in Santa Monica that was up on a balcony, which is exactly this configuration, and this it just speaks good taste. It speaks like an amazing place that you want to go hang out. Usually my balcony was a place where I put my skis and my bicycle when I wasn't using it, but this creates a whole outdoor living space in a small area.
And you aren't deprived. It feels like you have everything everyone else has.
Exactly. And that's the idea. You have a space to take your glass of wine, your coffee in the morning, your wine at night, your cell phone.
You gardeners are big on wine.
Well, in our world, it's the glass of wine in the morning with the eggs, and then you kind of you work your way from there.
Yeah, well, I can't admit, we're on radio here. Exactly. And trying to keep it simple. So you have one element that you have to take care of, but
Right.
it could be automated.
Right.
You know, you could put it on automatic irrigation, and because if this were a covered balcony, maybe you get indirect light. Maybe you only need to water it once a week.
And how do you do these vertical walls? I think they're so beautiful.
So where are the roots, and how does it work?
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, there's different manufacturers who create different products, from everything from woolly pockets everybody's heard of to kind of plastic, narrow, shelf-like containers, to baskets, so forth. I made this myself because I wanted to customize it. I used a marine grade plywood, painted it, created like a book. Imagine a bookshelf with slanted shelves.
Right. Almost like where you'd keep shoes in a closet,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
So where does the water go?
The water goes, I have watering holes at the top. It's watered from the top, and each shelf is drilled so that water flows from top to bottom. In the back, there's a catch basin. Or if you had actually it hasn't been really leaching water a lot because the plants are absorbing the water. It takes a little bit of experimenting. Sure. How much water do you need? You also, I like to mist from the front. I like to mist from the front. But you can catch the water in a basin, or you can let it go onto gravel. You know, whatever works for you.
And I love that beautiful stone bench.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Now, did you carve that by hand yourself?
Yes.
Your husband, the big Italian man, did?
Yeah, it took several hours.
Yeah.
No, actually, that is a polished boulder, half polished. What I like about it is it's kind of bringing a bit of rustic nature, yet the top and sides are polished, so it has a very finished look. And it is a bush hammer. It's a granite from China, and it coordinates with the granite and the pebbles used in the paving. I'm big on that because in a small space you can add detail. You can contrast colors, which is nice, but I kind of went for a peaceful Zen feeling.
And speaking of peaceful, you have not only the beauty of the green, the texture of the stone, but you have lighting. And you have lighting that not only showcases the plants, but talk about this wall lamp that looks like an Asian, almost like rice paper lamp that has these air plants.
It is.
That are just kind of floating like Avatar.
Exactly. I wanted to balance out the space. So on the right, we have some potted plants on the ground. We have the vertical garden, and I wanted to put the light over the bench because it's needed. If you're going out at night, lighting in a garden, what it does is...
How are you supposed to open a wine bottle without light? Hello?
I'm talking about reading the Sunday Times, okay? Okay. What it does, lighting increases the value or doubles the value of your investment. So if you're going to make an investment in a space, make a little bit more investment in the lighting, and all of a sudden you're out there twice as long because you go out at night. And whether it's even solar lights or low voltage transformer lights, this is a line voltage light, or if it's even candles. I mean,
you're helping relationships too. I think studies have shown that you're improving our love life with the lighting.
Well, some girls came by and said, we were talking about the dancing light and the light of your life and all so forth. But what I did is I did take a simple rice paper lantern that I fitted with, this is a line voltage light, but you could use low voltage lighting. And these are branches that I collected, and I wired them together, and also I love hot glue. Hot glue does wonders.
It does do wonders.
I love me some hot glue.
Oh, but I mean, those air plants, if you haven't tried an air plant, this is a great solution for a small space because we saw them at the garden show, and all they require is a little misting. And you can put them in a shell or something in a cute little wall vase, and now you have your little special area with very little space.
Yeah, I love the air plants. They can be anywhere, and we saw them actually hanging on that lantern, which I thought was just fantastic.
It was so artistic and just cozy and beautiful, and the choice of the colors. I mean, why not paint your outdoor wall if that's all you have for your outdoor space, or even have a bigger one? You know, it really creates kind of a focal point.
Right. You know what I did on a wall in one of my homes that I had once? I painted this vertical striping, different varying widths that kind of went all around this area. And it made the area a place you wanted to hang out in. So if you do any kind of design anywhere, it draws you to want to be there. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good tip. Well,
what
we
I
have
did.
more ideas coming your way as we continue to take you with us to the biggest and best garden show in the country. Gardener or not, you're going to love this stuff. I hope you love it so far. Eric Stormer, Cindy Dole, Home Wizards. We're back in a flash. Next up, we're going to talk about some more cool things at the garden show.
Everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get started.